Welcome, bonsoir, bienvenue, and good evening. Game Over time. Game Over is your weekly show hosted by myself, Careful, where I play 3 different games I haven't touched before. Around 30 minutes each, we will see which one will be our favorite tonight. So, hope everyone is doing well, that the sound, the image, everything's good. Because today we are playing 3 new games. And I haven't set up my stream deck actually. It won't be long, guys. Don't worry. For this, I do use OBS Blade on my phone. I have a new phone, so I need to set things up. Here we go. Password. They set up a password. Yep, sorry about the technical difficulties. Alright, let's see, tools, WebSocket server settings, show connecting flow. Alright. Couldn't connect? What do you mean couldn't connect? Okay, save connection. Here we go. Right. So, premier jeu de la soirée sera A Bird's Tale. Je n'ai aucune information sur ce jeu. Sorry Mario, but our princess is in another tower, says the community content. An ordinary evening at the local pub XD. And some Russian text. So looks like some kind of RPG. We'll see that together. Oh, it's doing the thing again. Okay, here we go. It went full screen on my vertical screen, so I had to change some stuff. Right. Let me show you the screen now.
You'd like to hear a new story? Oh, very well. Where shall we begin?
Easy, normal, old school. Strong vitality, luck, dexterity, charisma, and rhythm.
A high vitality will increase the bard's health, making him more difficult to defeat in battle. The stronger the bard is, the more damage he can inflict with melee weapons. Luck has has a subtle effect on many aspects of the bard's adventures. A high vitality will increase the bard's health, making him more difficult to defeat in battle. A high dexterity allows the bard to inflict greater damage with ranged weapons. Shopkeepers will offer significant discounts to the bard if he has high charisma. Rhythm allows the bard to play magical tunes with greater skill, enhancing the statistics of summoned creatures.
Right. 10 everywhere. Let's go.
Allows the bard to equip and use two-handed weapons. Allows the bard to fight with a dirk in one hand and a sword in the other. Allows the bard to equip and use a flail. The bard will automatically bash with his shield after blocking, stunning his enemy. A powerful charging attack which stuns enemies, used with a sword skill. A powerful ranged shot which passes through its target, used with a ranged skill. Gives the bard a chance to score a critical hit on his enemies, inflicting additional damage. The bard gains bonus coins for any treasure he finds. Gives the bard a chance to score a critical hit on his enemies, inflicting additional damage.
Let's go with that.
It had come to this at last. One man, a poet and a rogue, with no friends to speak of, no one to mourn his passing, should it come to that. Even those beside him are no more boon companions than bondservants, summoned by sorcery and song, as cold and indifferent to him as the light of a wandering star.
Mistake in coming here.
But to know where he is, we need to know where he is from. And to know that, we've got to begin elsewhere. And not that long ago. A simple man he was, with a quick wit and a sharp tongue, an eye for the lances, and a talent for keeping one step ahead of the law, come to Houghton to play his tunes and make his way. He found himself standing outside the Drunken Rat, a public house owned by the widow Mary McCrary. The bard readied his instrument and prepared to ply his trade.
Creating the problem and now we're solving it.
A rat! A rat! You drunken louts! Get off your backsides and kill it!
I'll save you, fair damsel.
Ah, what a strapping man you are, to be saving me from that wee beastie.
I happened to be wandering by when I heard your cries over the rumbling of my empty belly. You aren't hurt, are you?
No, but aren't you the sweet one for asking? Say, I've an idea. If you'd be willing to do a little job for me, I'd give you a good meal and a warm place to lay your head for the night.
I'd be only too happy to handle anything you'd like to heave my way.
Then it's a deal, for it's a wee rat problem I've got in me cellars, and if you could do away with them, I'd be ever so thankful.
Rats, you say? In the cellar? How cliché of you, love. But I'll forgive you this once.
You'll need a bigger sword than what you've got, in case you run into trouble.
Oh, and my sword is quite big enough to handle any troubles you might have.
Right.
squeaking rat, the aching drum, and Trody's pub as well. One thing you can be sure of, it's Charlie's beer they sell.
So all you lads and lasses at 11 o'clock you stop for 5 short seconds. Remember Charlie Moss.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, he must have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king. Unto his praises we shall always sing. Look what he's done for us, he stilled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Moss, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. And then in a malt, a bushel of hooks, you steer around with your stick. The kind of lubrication to make your engines tick.
30 pints of wallopity will keep away the quacks. It's only 8 pence halfpenny and only 6 in tax.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey! Must have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king. Unto his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Moss, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. And Lord bless Charlie Moss.
Okay. Thought it would like give us a sing, like a song to sing or to play or something like that.
What are you, a man or a mouse? Get down there and Mary may have a go with you. You wouldn't want to be the only man in town she hasn't had a go with, would you?
Hey, I understand your hesitation, stranger. There isn't enough ale in this town to get me to go down there. Then again, I'm a cowering sort.
That rat is not going to kill itself. Get down there and earn a meal for once.
Ah, okay. It's auto equips.
Quest complete.
All hail the bard, rat killer, and rodent bane, who has bravely made the cellars once again safe for buxom barmaids and wanton widows. Or has he? The bard, finding himself wreathed in flame, dashed up the stairs towards the safety of the tavern.
Wait, what?
Nicely done. Or is that well done?
Not well done. More like medium rare.
Now we'll have another go at him with this.
You better hope I've cooled off when I return, or you're next. Who the hell are you? How'd you get down here?
Look here, laddie, don't be concerning yourself with such things right now. I'm here to help you with your rat problem. Any brute can swing a sword. If you really want to slay that hairy beastie, try playing this tune on that lute of yours.
Go on, clear off out of it. I've no use for you.
I'm not offering to go with you, laddie. I'm offering you a bit of song and magic that'll bring you back in one piece.
Great. So now the rat gets dinner and a show. If it's so bloody powerful, use it yourself and save me the trouble.
Would that I could, but I'm not a man of action like yourself. So do yourself a favor and take a little charity when it's offered, my boy.
Done. Show me what you got.
Before you head down there and face that huge rat, I'd like to be sure that you know your business. Would you like me to teach you a few wee things that'll help you get the best of any foes you might encounter?
I think I'm going to regret this. But I'll humour you, old man.
Good job, lad. You already know how to attack, but let's talk about defending yourself.
Press the defend key.
What are you on about? You're completely insane, aren't you? You know, I ran into this other guy once. He kept talking about mice I couldn't see. Now I'm blocking pretend blows. I hope you appreciate what I'm going through here and reward me sufficiently.
That was great, boyo. You'll notice that instead of holding down the key, you'll have to time your defense to the enemy's attack.
Of course I have to time it. How else am I going to block anything?
Now, laddie, let's teach you how to play that lute of yours and make some magic.
What? Does my name not mean anything to you? The Bard? Did you not see me summon that rat a few moments ago?
Press the summon menu key.
You're not listening to a word I'm saying, are you?
Let's summon menu 3.
You'll see several choices. These are the different types of beasties you'll eventually be able to summon. For now, let's summon that spider I taught you about.
That was useful, at least. Finally.
This part is important, so listen up, laddie. The creatures that you summon aren't under your complete control, but they will try to do what you wish to the best of their ability. Try to give them orders using the command keys. For example, press the aggressive key to make your little friend there become more aggressive.
I want someone to attack.
Charge!
You're getting the hang of things now, aren't you, lad? You can experiment with different uses of the command keys to develop your own strategies. Now, at times, you may want to get rid of a creature you've summoned. Simply go back into the same menu you've summoned him from and select him again. That's the way to get rid of an unwanted creature.
Great. Does that trick work on you as well?
Good luck against the rat, my boy.
That's all. Okay.
In the future, I'm going to have to learn how to dodge these mysterious old man types. Attack! Charge!
All hail the bard, rat killer, and rodent bane, who's bravely made the
How
cellar...
about you tell the story and leave the sarcastic patronising to me, okay?
Ok. Allô? Hmm. Ah.
I've plenty of guts, milady, which is why you needn't trouble yourself about that rat any longer.
You mean it's dead? Oh, thank you. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
'Twas the least I could do for a damsel in distress. Now, how about that meal?
Why don't you wait while I fix you some leftovers? Oh, and your room in the back is almost ready.
Having spent a lonely night in a somewhat uncomfortable and shabby bed, the bard awoke the next morning in a foul humor.
You should go speak with that strange friend of yours. He was starting to scare away my regular customers. I had to chase him out.
Hello? You doing alright, mate?
Skip it.
Wait.
You killed it! You killed it! The fire-breathing rat in the cellar was the best practical joke we had. Now what are we supposed to do to entertain ourselves?
Yep. Perfect game, no glitches.
Very impressive, young man. I wish I had the guts to stand up to the wife the way you stood up to that rat. But of course, she's a bit more vicious.
Yeah, so you killed a rat. What do you want, a medal?
Hello? Doing okay?
Skip it.
What did I tell you, lad? You hooked him and cooked him.
Thanks to that song you gave me.
You're welcome, boyo. And should you be looking for another one like it, find the trow in the fairy haunt woods. But keep your wits about you. They're devilish clever, the trow. With magic by the pound, and not a single scrap of honesty.
Sounds a little dangerous to me. I don't care much for trow. I think I'll pass.
Come now, boyo. What's a little danger when compared to power? Didn't that little trick I showed you help you get in good with the Will McCrary? If it's a skin you're worried about, a wee trinket here that'll keep you safe from harm. This amulet was made by a powerful sorceress. It can summon her spirit to heal your wounds in battle. You'll need adder stones to provide the necessary mystical power. If you like, you can even use multiple stones for even greater effect. Dear laddie, try it out.
Who is she? She's beautiful. I'll take the amulet, old man. And, what were you saying about a trow?
Find him in the fairy haunt woods. Bannerfeet be his name. He can teach you magic enough to impress any lass.
Alright.
time to talk now. I'm late for a date with the widow McCrary.
Sorry.
Oh. Can move her. Doesn't do anything.
Charge!
Stay down.
Nice. How can I equip stuff?
Can't do that yet.
Huh?
Can't do that yet. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, I can't move anymore? Hello? Yeah, it takes a bit of time to die in this game, seems like. Are you gonna kill me, or...?
Yet.
Yeah, seems like it's bugged out.
Where were we? Oh yes, the bard was making an ass of himself. And then, oh yes, here it is.
I can move again, okay. 4 swords. Nice.
Charge!
Oops, did not see them. Throw speed. Nice, got a lot of weapons. Auto runs enable now. I can't.
Stay down!
Getting bugs out at times.
Am I good or what?
What's the password?
Finkel Road.
Go away!
Okay, I need a password. level up.
The stronger the bard is, the more damage he can inflict with melee weapons. Rhythm allows the bard to play magical tunes with greater skill, enhancing the statistics of summoned creatures.
Okay.
Stay down!
Oh noes. Yeah, I can't attack anymore. I'm in auto run mode. Yeah, I'm not sure that game is going to be a good idea. Oh, hello Deviat. This is Bard's Tale. Like it's a game, like an RPG game from top down, as you can see, where you can summon creatures using your music. Like that electrical thing here is supposed to be a spider, but it's really buggy. Like right now I'm not holding any key and it's running on its own. And if I click, it doesn't hit anymore. So I'm gonna have to reload the save. Oh, I cannot... Okay. I cannot go up anymore. Okay. Now it runs. So I'm really not sure I'm going to continue much, or if I'm going to stop now. Right. Would you like to see more of it? Or do you wanna go to the next game already? I'm going to take this as a let's go to the next game. Which is going to be the Banner Saga, which I also got no idea about it. It seems to be maybe more 2D. And when I look at the community content, I'm seeing stuff about the Turing test, real photos of cats, and a lot of 2D artwork. So we'll see what it got in the store for us. Nice. I like seeing the story from different point of views. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survive through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. So no praise the sun? Or on the opposite, do praise the sun when there's some sunlight? Well, without the sun, there's no sunlight, so I don't know.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferlinu vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Komið skjótt! Komið í höllina miklu! Gist ég leyfa oss að byggja? Hverfið á braut! Engan eigi ég hlut að máli þessu!
Drive just in time. Alright, remove the screen to a link, with check marks the content. Alright, so it's going to be turn-based RPG? Strategical RPG, like FF Tactics?
like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off, it just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need, they're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
I'm approached by a familiar man who works in step with me as I'm leaving the great hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand, I manage the governor's business. You been, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind? Skull things that you didn't pack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out the chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Click the market tent to visit the merchant. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stores. Colored canvases flap on a brainy current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Skullfling chieftain bled out about an hour ago. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Eric needs some help here. I don't have the patience for this. Eric needs some help here. I had a share of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Had sweats visibly fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. I just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just little food money, yeah? You motion to Gunnuff, a Morgus beggar who looms over the man like a snake over a mouse. Gods, Eric, laying it's a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the skull things? Nobleman up by East Wall, but that was months ago, last I know. Ad skulks away with the waves of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gunnulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking on. Why? You look like a frog. You look good. I'm glad you care. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stores. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be Skullfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mid-hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of those skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Do we have an approach of some sort? Where's this place again? After this, I'm done here. What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual teeth. I'll remind him. You got great morale. You arrive in front of what must be nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Volgard. I point them out. Eric says over his shoulder, "Ready? Let's get it over with." "That's the spirit," says Volgar. "Okay, here we go." Volgar boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scalfings scrambles to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead stains in the process. War. +1 armor to adjacent allies and serve. Oh no! Oh no! Phew. He's not dead. He's not dead. Whew. Just injured. There they are. God be damned. I've got to wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window to the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner in a well, Vognir. Next forward kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long. Things makes a little more sense. You hoped I'll have a stake in seeing everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the great halls before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to store our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valga hustle from the mid-house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrival down the docks. Vognir. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if this is Vognir, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yucks? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Your wonder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Aberang, in fact. And glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden wolf head emblazoned on red, the king of men or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit this capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliance these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grofheim? I had the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should give it a day. In better circumstances I'll drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. Oh, welcome back, Deviate. This is the Banner Saga. So it's a kind of a tactical RPG, like Final Fantasy Tactics kind of vibes. Well, not kind of vibes, because it's really different. It's obviously a Viking game. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Morgr? Hakon? Have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others as strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Morgr. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think? Weariness suddenly settles in and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it may not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Scrivener. You find Hakon in a mid-house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for Flegen. Vognir is the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlement that gives me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ah, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a yolk's fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon lets slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could reckon his deed, known as his for cutting a swath through dredge at Vognir's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mid-house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Let's see the other one. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Place Ludin. Yes, you're with Vognir? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Vognir a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithe to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Just to introduce myself, I hope to learn more about you or have a habit of recalling history. I thought we might talk about your visit. That last one seems more interesting. A Var historian? Haha. Don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting through the cities. Been on the road a while, I'm afraid. Ludin takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ingracious, you are uncertain. Maybe both. A formality, mostly. Vognir came to our capital in Arberen, and now we go to the Varl's capital in Grofheim to cement this joint alliance for the next age of men and Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it, and it's damn cold up here. You get the sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Is this a visual novel? No, it's... well, you got elements of it, I suppose? And now I got... oh, Great Hall, here we go. -1 supplies. I got 20 renown. Let's go. Because you're right, in a sense, I've been reading a lot and not playing a lot. Oh, former gracious friend, the governor of Strain. Horse pass to Iroquois slaughters, me dispatch through camp. Well, let's toast to Vognir. Others join in. Others laugh at your exaggerations. You sit down better, Vognir. Let's chat with him. Thanks for the speech, throws Vognir. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Morg, I thought the damn governor wouldn't never shut up. Give you the history of his entire family, he tried and he asked me to clean up his mess for your benefit, turns out. I've given the job to you too, gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of what happens after this business with Ludin, hopefully the boy goes back to Aberrang on his own and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hakan. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight a bit? Don your maid in soft replying, Vognir slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge. But this pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors will follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, Altar. We've already been muddy, Vognir. Better wake up, you're needed. Yes, can I have something to do? Decent sized map. Okay. Rest in camp to heal. Okay. Okay, so he rested now.
Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Et voilà. I think I'm gonna stop there for now. I haven't played a lot. There's a lot of lore and story going on at the beginning. But I can appreciate the system. Haven't seen much that's really novel though. But anyway, today we're going to finish with Aquanox 2. Remember Aquanox 1 from last week? Well, here's the second game. We'll see if it's as verbose as the first one, or if there's much new things.
There are many tales of the land without sky, and it seemed to me as if my grandmother knew them all. Grandmother Drake. She always told me that in such a place no star of hope could shine, nor sun of life, nor moon of love, unless the people themselves became lights in the darkness. I remember there was one story I could never hear enough. It was the heroic tale of a very wise man who lived at the time of the Great Migration. The surface had been stricken with cataclysmic natural disasters, forcing people to leave their shattered lands for a dark and painful refuge beneath the sea. The man, known as MacGregor, was a visionary scientist and one of the last prophets on Earth. He probed the limits of scientific knowledge in a dozen fields, trying to discover the tantalizing secrets that remained. As I listened, I often imagined that I myself was a descendant of the great MacGregor. The story began in the 22nd century with his discovery of a mysterious sea creature on a beach in northern Scotland. No larger than the palm of MacGregor's hand, it looked like a horseshoe crab. The scientist took the creature to one of his laboratories and examined it more closely, and what he discovered was so unspeakably horrifying that fear and dread almost drove him insane. Then when he and his staff tried to incinerate the creature, it refused to burn. When they tried to crush it, the hydraulic press shattered under the strain. I pestered my grandmother to tell me what was so horrifying about the creature, but she would only lower her voice and say, "It was made of flesh and gold, and of another metal that does not exist on Earth, and it could reproduce itself. Woe betide the man who finds such a creature. Woe betide him, because legend says it will be his ruin." Thoughts of such creatures still lurking in the seas, still reproducing themselves, gave me endless nightmares. In my daydreams, I pretended that I too would become a scientist and invent a weapon capable of destroying those creatures once and for all. My grandmother always said a single person could change the world with their mind, but whether that change was for better or worse was up to them. A single individual could sway the world as much as the masses, she said, if they were right. MacGregor soon turned his mind to constructing incredible submarines the world had only dreamt of before, and in so doing laid the foundation of submarine technology for centuries to come. Without his knowledge, humanity could never have evolved enough to occupy the oceans. I always feared the ocean's black waters, but I also longed to defy their wretched confines. Like MacGregor before me, I wanted to make discoveries and adventure with the likes of the brave mercenaries my grandmother spoke about. I was 9 years old when word of my mother's death reached us. She'd been managing Drake Enterprises, the family shipping company, which at that time included a respectable fleet of freighters. Then, pirates pillaged her ship off Cape Horn. Her body was never recovered. My father, Alonzo Drake, born Alonzo de Granada, was heartbroken. 3 years later, without so much as a goodbye, he left us to make his fortune in the oceans. I never understood why he abandoned his only son and his family business just like that. Grandmother always said he'd gone off with his brother, another adventurer. When I myself began to dream of adventures in Aqua's inky depths, I feared I had inherited my father's restless blood. My grandmother thought him irresponsible and said he'd probably found a grave on the sea floor by following the tracks of an angel. That was her poetic way of saying he'd lost his mind. After father disappeared, grandmother took over the company, but contracts were few and far between. Soon our financial backers withdrew and the fate of Drake Enterprises was sealed. When I grew up, I worked as a pilot on our last remaining freighter, the Harvester. My nightmares grew fainter over time, but my daydreams of life as an adventurer held fast. When we could no longer afford our family home in Neapolis, my grandmother and I ended up in the Pacific, amid the dangerous and chaotic seas of the northern tornado zone. There, I supplied stations and scattered habitats with chemosynthetic protein and other nourishment. My grandmother died quietly in her sleep, and soon after, I, William Drake, decided to follow the tracks of the angels too, as my father had before me. I decided to become the hero of my own story, a man who wanted to change a part of the world and learn the last of Aqua's secrets, like the scientist had before me. Yet I didn't reject my grandmother's teachings. It's the hidden things that form our reality. You must never be too close to what's going on around you. You can comprehend a whole seamount only from a distance. I knew I wanted to fight like the mercenaries in grandmother's tales. Perhaps I would confront my mother's killers in battle, or maybe just bring a little light to this miserable world without sky. And possibly find some hope for myself there as well. Then again, perhaps I was only a foolish little boy. My grandmother used to say that I was brave without cause and confident without reason. A fish without fins, she said, adrift in Aqua far too young and headed for disaster.
Harvester. Freighter of the Drake Enterprises.
Hey, damn it! This is an SOS. I have a ship on my scanner. Will somebody answer me? This is the Bentho 7. Hello?
Bentho 7? Can you hear me? I have received your distress call. My name is William Drake.
This is Captain Hank Bellows. My goddamn bilge is filling up, and the stabilizers on my ship are out. I have negative buoyancy. I don't care whose butt I need to kiss. Send help, or me and my family aren't going to be around much longer.
Don't panic, Senor Bellows. I'll help you.
Call me Hank. Saves time. Where are you?
To your west, Hank. There are some massive ridges here, though I can't get over them.
I'll upload my nav data onto your onboard computer. It'll show the canyon we're in. I was trying to find a shortcut because the Pacific's swimming with pirates around here. Now we're stuck. Unless you can take us in tow, Drake.
My freighter won't fit through that canyon.
Don't you have a scout or something? Come on!
Right, I'll come get you in my boat, Hank. Just give me a minute to batten down in case any pirates show up.
Ah, shit, man, there's no time for that. My little daughter's already fainted. Grab your valuables if you're that nervous, compadre, but hurry up or we...
Hang on, Hank, I'm on my way. While I'm following your nav trail, hook your family into the breathing systems on their smart suits.
All right, get going!
I'm not sure how I could have taken him down. Not with what I got as weapons here.
See the freighter of Enterprises seems to be empty. That's it. Go for this freighter. I can't believe the bend. It's too good to be true. Shut your mouth. Dock onto the freighter. Hi, Skipper. Working on it. Oh, shit. Oh, the hang is moving. Kid stuff. Hurry up and get in here. We've got a new home.
Et... Mission completed.
Harvester. the Drake Enterprises.
What do you want, mate?
Some answers.
Wrong place, wrong time. Shove off.
Salty dog. Actions available. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay.
Well, here comes a mighty captain himself, terror of the seas. So where are your classmates?
What? My what?
Sorry. You're so naive. I figured you must be out here on a field trip.
I was responding to an SOS.
Let me tell you something, landlubber. Anybody sends an SOS around here, and you can bet they're a pirate. Hell, Hank Bellows has been working that fake SOS sob story for years. We just used him to help us board your ship.
What? What do you want?
All of your gold.
I don't have any gold. My name is William Drake. You're Bellows' men?
Nah, Bellows is a damn creep. We were shipwrecked. Now you're rescuing us.
Like I had a choice.
Them's the breaks in the rescue business, man. Lend someone a hand and you're as likely to lose your arm.
So, where were you headed in your freighter?
Well, my family's gone, so I was just out to see the world.
I see. Well, let me give you a little advice. That's going to be tough to do with your eyes closed.
What do you want?
Well, maybe an explanation. Why did you seize my freighter?
Why? No alternative.
Where are you headed?
Following the bowsprit, man. Which is following Amitab's nose.
And where will that take us?
To Atacama City, I hope. Where Lindy, Mary, and Juanita are waiting for me. 3 broads in every port, man. It's natural.
What's going to happen to me?
This is a tornado zone. So Amitab's gonna make nice with I-1 King's guys. That's how it is. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours. And listen, you better show the old man you got cojones. Balls, man. Amitab likes people to prove themselves.
What on earth do I have to prove?
That you got fire in your belly. Speaking of which, I heard some tourist punks are shooting up the sea off Lima too. They steal boats at home, then they come over here to shoot the place up. Good opportunity for you to impress the skipper, and for me to tag along.
Look who's here. Ni hao, Captain.
You're from the Shogunate.
Yeah, but they're after me there. I didn't dance to their beat.
Are you going to kill me?
Hey, why should we? You've got a strong pair of hands. So as long as you make yourself useful, nothing's going to happen to you.
Ship's mate on the bridge. If there's more to you than meets the eye, now's the time to prove it.
This is my ship. I don't have to prove anything.
You prove what I tell you to prove. Now, what you doing all alone on such a big freighter?
This is my family's last ship. It has an auto-loading system.
It also has no cargo on board. What are you doing out here, mate?
Well, I'm just taking a look at the world.
So little Willie wants to see the world. Well, he's about to get an eyeful. Some inebriated punks are terrorizing Lima too. Go blow their ballast and send them to the bottom.
Oh, okay. Why not? Do I have any choice?
Sure. It's sharp and shiny like my knife. And don't even think about running off, Willie. I don't know why, but Nat says you stay with us. Now, off you go. Stoney's ready and waiting.
Aye, Skipper.
Listen, we're performing a public service, chasing those parasites out of the territory. You're doing me a service by blowing them away. Besides, the zone always seems to cough up something nice when you're protecting the LF node. Salam.
Oh, that damn light!
Oh, sorry.
Shove off!
I've uploaded the data for the next nav point near Lima 2. Get there as fast as you can. Damn! 2 terror freaks! Stony, Mayday, you two hang back. I want to see if Shorty's got what it takes. Oh, and I really wanted to blow my juice dry, Skipper.
So far, the second game is much better than the first one.
Get going, mate. Turn that scout into scrap. You guys shut up and head for the next nav point. These guys are killers, so show us what you got. Do the need. Hey, Skipper. Maybe that's one too many for our little fish. No, let him go it alone. He's gonna sink or swim.
I don't know. William's such a sweetie. I think we should help him.
Maybe he's right. He's not gonna make it. I'm gonna hold his hand.
Harvester. Freighter of the Drake Enterprises.
Oh. The last autosave was back then. Like, not during the mission. Alrighty then. I think we're gonna call it an early night. Yeah. Because the controls are pretty much the same as the first game. The ratio of action to explanations is better. As in, it's not explaining a huge lot about the lore and zero about the controls. It's giving quite a bit still, but I feel like I played more? Maybe no, but at least the first mission was not clearing out some waste. So, I'm gonna bid you all a good night, and see you next week from 5 to 7 EST for another Game Over. See ya!